Hi there and welcome to the West London Shooting School. We're here today for a Viking event, so that's Ruger, Merkel, all manner of shotguns, Lapua ammunition. It should be a great day and well, let's get to it.
Here with Owen from Cervus UK, who uses Merkel rifles a lot for his stalking and to take all his clients out. So he's going to give us a little run through and tell us a bit about each of the rifles we've got on show.
Well, as you can see here, we've got a good selection of what Merkel have to offer. Merkel is an East German company, still one of the oldest and most traditional gun makers. And really with Merkel, it's in the detail. So if we start at the top, we've got one of their high-end offerings, which is a bolt action. It's called the Arabesque. One below, it's the Noblesque, a rifle I'm very familiar with, which is the Merkel Heelix Speedster with the Speedster stock, and below it, typical for African game, the DB140, which is a side-by-side, big calibre range on that one, and then one I'm going to use quite frequently in the future, which is the K3, beautiful little mountain rifle, little folding, Germany called the Kipplauf. Beautiful lightweight, which concentrates on the single shot. If we can get them onto the range, Emily, you can try them all out.
Right. So you've seen us try out the rifles at the Viking Arms rifle testing day at West London Shooting School. Here we are a week later. Off the back of that day, Owen from Cervus UK invited me out to test this, which is the Merkel Heelix Speedster. So we're going to go out, hopefully shoot some fallow bucks here in Hampshire. We've zeroed it. All that's left to do now is hope that the deer show up.
So despite not seeing many deer this morning, well, no fallow deer actually, I'm just trying to show Emily what we do with regards to deer management. And in front of us here is a typical scenario I have in a lot of my woodlands, which is a salt lick, where we've cut off an old tree and put a nail on it, and we put a mineral block on it, and the deer come to that throughout the year to get minerals. And I then put a camera on it. I'm using a Minox DTC 550, and then that takes images of whatever comes, and that's very valuable reconnaissance that we can do without disturbing the deer. Okay, so we've been out for fallow deer this morning in the pouring rain, and we've not seen anything other than all the scrapes and fraying from the fallow bucks, but not seen any really to get any photographs or film of. and we were kind of giving up a little bit, hadn't we? And
Totally
we were
given up.
just on our way heading back towards the vehicles, and I spotted a muntjac in my thermal. Wasn't sure what it was, and it's very thick cover at the moment. Look how thick it is still, and he was very determined, so I thought, oh, it must be a buck, and sure enough it was a little buck, but he was always walking away from us. He crossed the ride in front of us, and we tried several times to get up on the sticks to get a shot, but just couldn't see him. Only could see the top of his head and his back, and then he went up into a little bit of hazel coppice, and again very thick, and we lost him. Thought we saw him, but no, and then he came back out onto the track walking away from us, and we just had one opportunity before he went up into the field. I just barked him, and he turned, just presented his shoulder, and Emily did an awesome job. Well done.
Thank you.
Dropped him on the spot. The Hornady 308 ELDX bullet, 178 grain, I think, did a perfect job, as it always does. And people always say, you know, it's a big bullet for a muntjac. It's a 308 calibre. I love it for muntjac. And you can see the exit hole's probably the same size as a pound coin. So,
Yeah, smaller even.
yeah, smaller even. But Emily's using my Merkel Helix with the Speedster stock on. It's no secret I'm a big fan of Merkel, and it's a rifle I've been using for 5 or 6 years professionally, and I don't get to shoot it that often because it's mainly my clients that do it. How have you got on with it, Emily?
I love it. I think I like the adjustable stock because for me being fairly novice means I get on the scope real quick.
Yep.
It's really repeatable, it's not too heavy.
Yeah,
I've been carrying it around since, what, 6 o'clock?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people do when they pick it up. It's quite light, that's actually quite a short barrel, and I've got the HLX suppressor on it, which is made by B&T, and that's a specialist suppressor for the Helix Speedster. I mean, it's great for in the UK, but in Germany, when the guys are practicing driven wild boar at the shooting cinemas a lot, the suppressor can get red hot, and I think normal suppressors have had a lot of problems, so they developed this one for the Helix, and it's, you know, it's military grade, I think they say. But yeah, we've had a great time, and Emily shot her first muntjac,
I'm ecstatic about.
and now we're going to clean it out and get back for some breakfast.
Oh, I'm so happy with that.